Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Binford Chronicles. This morning, it's Friday. I just noticed that the news is hardly covering Matthew Livelsberger on the news. And it's really interesting to me because he was a 37-year-old military guy with a long background of successes. And he also has a young child and a wife. They had an interview at the site when they were investigating and cleaning out his house and trying to find information about him. A neighbor had stepped up and she didn't really know him that well, but they met, kind of like you have those neighbors you meet cordially in passing, or maybe you guys are walking your dogs and your dogs say hello, but you kind of get a feel for your neighbor. Either you feel really weirded out by the neighbor or you feel okay. You're like, yeah, they're okay. They're nice. I say hi to them, but you're not best friends with them, right? And what I did is I wanted to see where I could find information on him, and I found his LinkedIn site. So what I want to do is I want to present that to you just so that you have an idea who this gentleman is. And they're talking about these military guys being radicalized. Jabbar, we're going to leave that on the side for now. I want to focus on Matt Livelsberger and show you his LinkedIn page. So here it is. Matthew Livelsberger, Operations Director, Intelligence Manager, Remote Autonomous Systems, SUAS, Special Forces, Green Beret. I've always heard that Green Berets are really loyal to your country, but I don't know. So I'm going to take you a little bit through this. Top skills. You can see he's got some pretty impressive skills. I'm going to skip through the activities a little bit here. I did go through some comment sections that he had, and I didn't see anything off the rocker. So his experience with the U.S. Army is 19 years. And what did he do in the Army? He was remote and autonomous systems manager for 3 months. And that was just recently. So that was the most recent job he had before he became deceased and this action that he was involved in happened. Before that, he was a year and 10 months in Special Forces operations manager and a team sergeant. What else do we have? And then before that, for 7 years, which he did for quite a while, that's a long-term position there. He was SF intelligence and operations specialist, all under, let me scroll back up so you see this, all of these were under his U.S. Army military title. And then way back in 2011 to 2012, for 11 months, he worked at General Dynamics as a hyperspectral imaging integrator. So this is a little bit of his history. Cheming sensors and electric systems. You guys out there might know something about this. I don't know about it. And this is his education. Norwich University, Bachelor's of Science, BS Strategic Studies and Defense Analysis, and his license and certifications are right here. In the Army and Institute of Project Manager, Certified Project Director, June of 2023, and boy, his certification and basic UAS qualifications was good until 2034. And he just got it in March. That was just not too long ago. Just got it in March of 2024. So close to a year. What was that, 8 months? 9 months? But this is just a little bit of the scope that I wanted you to see. So I'm wondering, okay, so why aren't we talking about him? Where is his wife? When something tragic like this happens, isn't the media trying to swarm the wife and say, hey, how are you doing? What do you know about this? Trying to interview the wife, but I haven't seen any interviews on her. Have you? So I'm kind of like, why is the media just kind of blowing this down? Is it because he's military? Is it because they don't, but they've already mentioned that they believe that these guys were radicalized. So I wanted to leave you guys with that today because it's been sitting hard and heavy on me because a lot of things don't connect. Some things do connect when they say these two guys worked at Fort Bragg's. They're trying to do the coincidental areas that these guys were involved in, but we don't know if they were involved in at the same time. That we don't know. That hasn't been revealed to us yet. The other guy was a military. That's Shamsuddin Jabbar. And he was, it looks like he kind of said some things on social media about things that were going on. But the other gentleman, Matthew, I'm not hearing a whole lot. And I just think it's very strange, guys, that we haven't heard from his wife. He had a wife and a new baby, and the neighbor said that. And I can see if I can find that video for you where, if you haven't seen it yet, let me see if I can quickly pull it up and see which one was the neighbor. I think it was this one. Yeah, it's this one here. I've got it pulled up. So let me show you this one. I'm going to show you the one where the neighbor's talking, and it's really nothing significant, but at the same time, it gives you a little piece, just a tiny little piece of what's going on to make you curious. So this is the video. I want you to listen to this, and I might fast forward it just to get to where she's at. They're at the location now. So they're at his location, at his house, and they go in and they tear up the place, and they're looking for clues. That's what's happening right here. But then his neighbor comes on board. There's his neighbor. I just want to kind of get it there.
He's just, I am sorry, I don't know what to say. He seemed like a normal guy. Yeah, like when he had a dog, and we would always come out together at the same time, it seemed like, and he'd say hi and sorry. And yeah, he seemed normal. His wife is very nice. They just had a baby.
See that? And his wife, she says his wife is very nice, and so she never got any indication that there was something odd or off mentally or emotionally with this gentleman and his family. So where is the wife? I can't even find her anywhere. Somebody on TikTok posted something with, like, it was like a short, but I really couldn't tell who it was, and I couldn't tell if that was for real or not. But if you can find out who the wife is, how she's doing, and why she hasn't been interviewed, why she hasn't really been in the news, and why he hasn't really been too much in the news. I know they're focusing on the other gentleman because some lives were taken. The vehicle was used as a weapon, and I want you to remember that. The vehicle was used as a weapon. Which also makes me want to say, hey, are we going to red flag law vehicles now? Because it's happened more than once. It's becoming a normal weapon to use. But back to Matthew. It's really sad. He was a young guy. He was a military man. He did a good job. He was intelligent. Looked like he was on the top of his class. And he has a wife and a new kid. Why would you give that all up for an ideology? You're born American. The dots don't connect for me. So that's what I wanted to leave you with. Friday, I'm going to be looking at some more information, and as I come across it, I'm going to try to relay that to you and communicate it to you and hopefully get some of your own opinions on it. Because just like you, I'm trying to figure all this out. And just like you, I do not believe anything that the FBI says. I take it all with a grain of salt and then try to connect the dots. And these dots are not connecting for me. I don't want to just go out and say, hey, he totally became a terrorist, or he totally uh, was sold into this ideology. To me, these people can be so cruel out there. Were they Did he fall into a situation where they were using him because he had a lot of information? I mean, he was involved in areas that he had access to a lot of information. So either he could have used that for this situation, or they were using him and using his family. But then again, we don't know, because we don't even know what his wife looks like. She hasn't even been mentioned or interviewed on the news that I can tell. Just sharing that with you because it was really bugging me. What do you guys think? So remember to look up TGI Now, To the Point Podcast, and Binford Chronicles for your free speech. And thank you again for joining us here at Binford Chronicles. Please remember to share with like-minded friends. Comment below. And I would love to hear what you guys are thinking, because I'm trying to figure it out myself. Have a great day.